Tensura. The Abyss Demon by Wahab Adebanjo Chapter 1. After Mikami Satoru was stabbed, he lay in the pool of his own blood, his life force waning. This stab wound hurts a lot, confirmed. Stab resistance has been acquired along with pain resistance. I just keep bleeding at this rate, I will surely die. Confirmed. Changing race to that which doesn't require blood. Why is it so hot? It feels like I'm in an oven or something. Confirmed. Heat resistance has been acquired. Now it is cold. Is this how it feels to die? Confirmed. Cold resistance acquired. Notice merging both heat and cold resistance. Thermal fluctuation resistance has been acquired. That's right. The contents of my PC hard disk. Tamara, if by any chance, in the worst case, I end up dying, I leave my PC to you. Drown it in the bath, and electrocute it to completely eliminate the data. Destroy the shameful collection of manly desires. Mustering what's left of my energy, I conveyed that matter of utmost importance. Failed to execute. Taking substitute measures, acquiring electrical resistance success. Additionally, acquiring paralysis resistance success. For a moment, Tamura was blankly staring, as if unable to believe what he heard. However, when he came to understand what I meant, haha, that is so like you, senpai. Saying that, he bitterly smiled. I didn't want to see a man's tearful face anyway. A forced smile is much better than that. To be honest about Sawatari-san, I wanted to show off in front of you. I thought it was like that, really, this bastard. Tisk, geez. I forgive you for everything, just make sure you make her happy. I leave the PC to you. With the last of my strength, that was all I said. I wish I could live my life more freely, enjoying myself to the fullest. If we're ever reborn again, let's be super aggressive. We'll call out to everyone and anyone, feasting without restraint. I'd be like a predator. Confirmed. Unique skill, Predator, has been acquired. Speaking of myself, I wasn't that far from turning 40 years old. If being a virgin at 30 years old makes you a sage, then I was so close to becoming a great sage. Though to be honest, even I think that would be going a bit too far. Confirmed. Unique skill, Sage, has been acquired. Continuing. Evolving extra skill, Sage, into unique skill, Great Sage, success. But what's with that voice that's been talking till now? Honestly, throughout my life I've always had things under control. It was like my life was scheduled, but now I'm dying, something I wasn't expecting to happen. It saddens me. No, I need to get it together and control myself. Confirmed. Unique skill, Utility, has been acquired. I'm mad at myself. I wish I was a little more agile and aggressive in life, sort of like a demon. Maybe I would have had a thrilled life. Confirmed. Changing race according to desire. So this is what it's like to die. It's not as lonely as I thought. Those words were the last thoughts of Mikami Satoru before he left this world. Third-person POV in a void filled with nothing, no life, no concepts. There was nothing in the vastness of space but the primordial chaotic energy turned null that flows rampantly. There is a being who is present in this void, capable of withstanding the power of turn null. He is the first being to come into existence. He is the Star King Dragon Veldanava. After so many years of existing, he finally decided to make use of his omnipotent abilities to create things in this vast space. Before he could gather energy to create the world, he felt a presence that shouldn't be here because no one would be able to withstand the power of turn null that flows in this void. He turned to look at the source of this presence only to find a ball of energy. At first glance, Veldanava became intrigued in this ball of energy that he recognizes as a soul of a human. Veldanava was elated to see someone that could withstand the power of turn null. He knew this soul wasn't an ordinary one. Veldanava's POV. Immediately I caught sight of the soul. I knew it was special. Firstly, it isn't meant to exist, not yet, but here it is. The radiance it gave off was comparable to mine, meaning it is a very strong soul. But what intrigued me was that this soul could exist in the void. Normally, the energy in this void, which I call turn null, is one that could erase anything it comes in contact with, from matter to non-matter to even concepts. The fact that this human soul still lives is a miracle. To the dragon's surprise, it seems to be assimilating with turn null and absorbing little amounts of it. Veldanava knew immediately that this being in front of him has potential and will no doubt be an interesting specimen, one of the strongest ones he will meet. Veldanava used his omniscience to look into the past and future of this soul, and what he saw was just unbelievable. he couldn't help but smile. Then he said, "Although you aren't meant to be born yet, it would appear that you are needed for my world to truly prosper. It seems the voice of the world of the future has set your race for you. Then I welcome you back into this world as a primordial." Veldanava then protected the soul so that it doesn't get destroyed from absorbing turn null because it was already at its limit. Later on, Veldanava created the entire omniverse consisting of different multiverses, also consisting of universes having countless galaxies. He gave birth to concepts like life, death, space and time. He created the great holy spirits, each governing their respective element. They are the great spirit of light, the great spirit of darkness, the great spirit of space, the great spirit of time, the great spirit of fire, the great spirit of water, the great spirit of earth, the great spirit of air. From the great spirit of light, Veldanava created angels, spiritual beings possessing the holy attribute. Their evolutionary tree isn't sealed, but their free will is making them nothing but machines that just follow orders. They reside in heaven, Veldanava's birthplace. Amongst the angels are the ones referred to as the originals. They are called the primordial angels, and they possess power which is superior to other angels. From the great spirit of darkness, demons were born. They are spiritual lifeforms that require a body in order to exist in the material world. They had their own evolutionary tree sealed, but they all possess free will. There exists originals amongst the demons. They were the first to be created, and it was from them that other demons were born from. The primordial demons were differentiated by colors. Demons live in a dimension called hell, a wasteland which is as a result of constant fighting. Then there exist spirits. They are a race of naturally forming spiritual lifeforms. They reside both in nature as well as the spirit realm and often lend their power to people they like if they ask for it. Spirits embody one of 8 elements. Apart from the great holy spirits, there exists a powerful spirit referred to as the Spirit Queen. She is the only one who rules over all 8 elements. Even after creating the world, there were no inhabitants, so Veldanava created a being he later named Twilight Valentine to populate the world with new species. Eons passed and the world is thriving with life. Chapter 2. It has been millions of years since Veldanava created the world. During that time he relinquished his omnipotence and omniscience just so he could comfortably watch the development of his creation. In the underworld, deep within the underworld in an unknown location, you can see a single being fighting off against thousands of demons. If you look carefully at that person, he would seem like a female, but on a closer look he looks more masculine. He possesses features that would make mortals refer to him as a goddess, with snow-white skin glowing with every movement he makes, having long silver hair and deep golden eyes that seem like they are staring into your soul. His presence gives off an otherworldly divine aura that shows anyone around that he is no pushover. That being is the Silver Primordial, one of the 8 primordial demons, or commonly called Argent. Very few know about him. All they know is that he is a strange monster. Even compared to Primordial Noir, he takes the crown when it comes to strangeness. All he does is fight and fight and fight without rest, which to others seems strange because it looks like he doesn't run out of energy. After all the primordials came into existence, they all developed sentience, but Argent was the one who looked to lack sentience. All he did was fight, but what made him stand out even more was that he grew stronger every time he fought. Among the primordials, he was the first one to evolve into a greater demon. His evolution speed was so phenomenal. The other primordials saw him as an abnormal existence, and with every evolution he underwent he never seemed to gain sentience, which was weird since all the other primordials were sentient. His growth and learning speed when it came to fighting and magic was so astonishing that the other primordial demons were wary of fighting him because he always copied their fighting style. He copied the purple primordial Violet's poison magic, yellow primordial John's nuclear magic and white primordial Blanc's death magic, and he executed them better than they could. He has killed the primordial demons so many times that one would lose count at this point. The demons who later on came into existence knew never to mess with him, and if they ever saw him approaching, run like your life depended on it, because it actually did. Over the years, Primordial Argent was nicknamed the Abyss Demon, because every time he fought a demon he consumed them both body and soul. With that he grew to such an extent even the god of the world sensed his presence from heaven. Heavenly Star Palace. In a luxurious hall in the Heavenly Star Palace, sat a being considered the creator of the world. Upon sensing a tremendous and yet familiar presence, he couldn't help to think to himself, Veldanava's Pav. Veldanava. Is that Argent's presence I sense all the way here? His powers are growing for some reason. Could it be because his soul was exposed to turn null? Although his soul absorbed so little of it, I didn't think much of it, but now his powers are so tremendous that not even Feldway and the others can stand a chance. I have to do something about this sooner or later, or else the future of the world will be sabotaged. No one's POV. Many years have passed and the agent still grows strong every day. His existence strikes fear in the soul of any demon that comes face to face with him. At this point no one can be his match in the entire of hell. During his rampage, Argent crossed through Hell's Gate into the cardinal world. He rained down destruction upon its inhabitants, killed millions of people. Beings, either those possessing intelligence or not. Within a couple of months, the population of the world dwindled. This caused the god of the world, Star King Dragon Veldanaba, to act. He tried to calm the primordial demon, but the demon was having none of it and attacked him. The fight that ensued was out of this world. Primordial angels POV. Feldway. Impossible. How is a lowly demon capable of fighting Lord Veldanaba on equal footing? It is unheard of. Lord Veldanaba possesses unfathomable power that even we don't know just how strong he is, but this is a demon going toe-to-toe with him. It would be better to eliminate him permanently than to let him live, if not he shall destroy the world that Lord Veldanaba cherishes so much. So were the thoughts of the other primordial angels. It hurt them that they couldn't do anything to stop this rampaging demon. The fact that their lord, the true dragon Veldanaba, had to personally testify showed that they were useless and powerless. They would rather give up their lives than to think of being of no use to their god. Veldanaba's POV. Veldanaba. Did turn null due to this? I knew it was powerful and dangerous. After I relinquished my omnipotence and omniscience, I lost the ability to properly control it, and since it was dangerous I decided to let go of the power, but to think it would cause this kind of mutation on Argent. It really hurts me a lot to think that that precious soul has become nothing but a mindless beast. A powerful one at that, capable of fighting me head-on. This just proves to me that I am right. He is the key and will no doubt be the one. The destruction he has caused in the cardinal world has brought most of its population to near extinction. I guess Valentine has a lot more work to do. Most importantly, he seems to have awakened due to the souls of the humans he consumed. His power is on par with a true dragon. Not even Velzard can handle him since she is just a child. I don't want to kill him. I would prefer he gained his free will back. I will seal his powers until I deem it worthy to release it in him. He thought as he looked at Argent that mindlessly kept throwing punches and claw slashes at him. I will seal him until he gains his free will back. I know he is just going to resist, so I will use my authority to seal his powers and to evolve him to at least an archdemon. As he finished contemplating on what to do, he made his move. He materialized his sword and swung it at Argent, but he dodged, sensing the danger. Argent kept slashing and punching, but Veldanaba easily blocked it. In terms of power, Veldanaba was far superior, but he likes Argent and doesn't want to kill him. That is why he is going easy on him and trying to tire him out before sealing him in his powers. Their fight continued on until Veldanaba noticed that Argent's moves were getting more refined, and he suddenly materialized his own sword and started copying Veldanaba's moves, modifying his moves a little. This surprised Veldanaba. Veldanaba. Is he improving his fighting style just by having a little spar with me? Color me impressed. But this is taking too long. We are only causing more damage to the surroundings. I need to end this now. Suddenly Veldanaba disappeared from Argent's line of sight. Argent was confused. He then sensed a huge presence behind him. It was Veldanaba, but the aura around him was different, like he got serious. Before he could react, Veldanaba punched him so hard that it knocked Argent out cold and destroyed the physical body he made from the corpse of the people he killed. Veldanaba. Even though you weren't in your right state of mind, you still need to atone for causing this much destruction. Feldway. Lord Veldanaba. I apologize for being unable to be of help to you, he said as he bowed along with the other primordials. Other primordial angels. Please forgive us, Veldanaba. You don't have to worry about it. You are very capable of carrying out your duties, but I deemed this one as a personal matter. A little exercise was actually what I needed. So. Primordial angels. To call this an exercise, as expected of our Lord, his power is truly unfathomable. Veldanaba then walked to the body of Argent lying on the ground. Feldway. My lord, I think it would be better to end him now before he causes even more destruction. Cornu. I agree someone as powerful as him shouldn't exist. Gracia. Just look at the amount of destruction he caused. If he is left alone, it will spell even more destruction. Veldanava. You don't have to worry, I will handle this myself. It's not like killing him will solve anything. He is a primordial demon. If I kill him, he will just be reborn in the underworld the same way he is currently. It is better to just solve the root problem, which is his sentience. Dino. I'm sure Lord Veldanava possesses the ability to kill a primordial forever. The fact that you haven't killed him means that. Veldanava. I don't want to. I have plans for him. Also, I wish to keep the balance as it is having 8 primordials on both the angel side and demon side. Ramil. If that is what Lord Veldanava wishes, then we have no other choice than to accept it. As Ramil said that he bowed, so did the other primordial angels. They couldn't refute the words of their master. Only one person felt and thought otherwise. Feldway. What makes him so special that Lord Veldanava will keep him alive? He thought. Veldanava. You can all go back now and take care of the damages. Ramil tells Twilight about the population problem. Primordial angel. Yes, my lord. They all bowed and left. All alone standing in a huge crater was Veldanava, staring at the unconscious demon laying on the ground. Veldanava. You can't die that easily. I won't let you. Veldanava. They use his authority as the creator of the world. Noticed as the creator of the world, Star King Dragon Veldanava wanted to evolve the primordial demon Argent to an archdemon. Veldanava. Yes? Since that day no one knew where the primordial demon Argent disappeared to. His presence disappeared from the world, never to be seen, for now.